Yo, what's going on, everybody? Man, it's your boy Marcus Elbow. Welcome to Elbow Media Studios. And if this is your first time, I advise you to go ahead and hit that sub button because all we do over here is keep it crunk, man. Let's go. Elbow Media Studio. All right, today we're going to be taking a look, as you can see, at the Akai Force. Now, I love Akai products. Y'all already know this. We already did a tutorial on the MPC getting started, but now we're about to talk about the Force. And if you don't know what the Force is, oh man, this is a great machine. It has a lot of the same elements that comes inside of the MPC ecosystem, but it does some different things a little bit different. It has a an arranger on it. It has these all these knobs. It has oh man, it has a lot. But anyway, if you're watching this video, then evidently you just got one because of the brand new 3.05 update that added the arranger and a multitude of other things. But so my job here is to help you get started right now since you just got your machine. Hopefully, you've already got everything hooked up. You've already updated your machine. If you need me to do an update video on how to update, I will do that for you. But all you need to do now is connect your headphones. You can connect your headphones in the front here, or you can connect to your speakers here. Of course, your power is going to be on the left here. And when you first boot up the Akai, let me go ahead on and head to where you're gonna be at. But unfortunately, what you're gonna see on my screen, I'm sorry, is not what you're gonna see on your screen. On your screen, you're gonna see a bunch of demos, and that's fine because I have those demos right here. I could show you how to change that in the settings, but again, we're not gonna do that right now. What you are gonna see though is right here where it says empty project. And once you do that, you're going to already be greeted with two tracks. You're going to have a plug-in track and you're going to have an audio track, okay? Now, I know what you're thinking. You're like, man, Mark, all of these freaking buttons, man. I got buttons over here. I got buttons on the left. I got all these buttons. That's fine. I'm just going to walk you through a few buttons real quick just so we can just get you familiar. I'm not going to walk you through everything, but I'm going to get you familiar with a few things right now so you can get started. First of all, right here is going to be your play button. You're going to have your start button. You're going to have your record, okay? This is going to be your save. That's going to be a very important button to you. You got your load here, right? That's so that you can get your sounds inside. We're going to do that in just a second. You have your undo. You have your matrix. Matrix is this board you're looking at, or this interface you're looking at right now. You have your navigate that helps you move around if you have a lot of tracks, and you have your infamous shift that you're going to be using a lot of that shift. I will admit that. As we go over to the right, of course, you have your volume here. As you look over here to your right, you're going to have here is one of your wheels that you can use to move around and some of your parameters, things like that. You got your plus and minus. You got your assign here for your actual fader, which is your fader here, okay? These right here are your knobs and your macros, okay? Let's not worry about those right now. You're too young to be worried about that right now. Going down the left side here real quick, you're going to have your knobs right here. So that if you hit that, it can actually take you into different states of the knobs. You got your launch here, which puts you in launch mode, right? That way you can launch clips. You have your note here that changes the way that the pads interact with you. If you had like a kid or something here, or you were doing some type of let's just say if you were doing 16 levels and things like that, that's there. You have your step sequencer here. You have a few buttons here: select, edit, copy, delete. You have your arpeggio here, which is it's going to end up being kind of like your note repeat. You have your tempo, mute, select, I'm sorry, solo, record, and clip stop. Okay, now at the bottom, we need to get the bottom out of the way real quick. At the bottom here is all your tracks. So if you go here, you got 1 through 8. You have more than 8 tracks that you can use, but that is just what's represented in the pads right here, 1 through 8. Okay, at the bottom here you have your record. So this is how you tell the Force which track you're trying to record on. And if you can see here, every time I push that button, it corresponds with the track on the screen. And then if you hold shift, you have a few different things down here at the bottom that you can do. You got quantize length, you have double, clear automation, metronome, time correct, octave, up and down. Okay, now everything on the right side has to do with your launch. Okay, so you can use these buttons to launch your different lanes that's inside of each one of your clip lanes. You have 64 pads. Remember that. You got 64 pads, so essentially you could have 64 clips. You could have more than that, but you can only be 64 on the screen at one time. Okay, here and here. Okay, so that's pretty much your buttons in a nutshell. Okay, let's not get caught up in the buttons. First thing I want to do is we're gonna get a sound loaded in. That's the first thing we're gonna do. The quickest way to do that is you can push this plus button right here at the top. If you go ahead and push that button, that's gonna bring you up a screen that asks you, what do you want to do? Do you want an audio track? Do you want a drum track? Plug in, which is Force comes with its own synthesizers and some of those things. Key group, MIDI, or CV. We're going to hit drums. Okay. Now, once you hit the drums, then you can easily go ahead and hit the load. And then you're going to go to kits here. And this is the load screen. So this is the screen that you're going to hit whenever you want to look up some of your sounds. You can look in your content. You can check your expansions. You can check places. If you had like some hard drives or some different things hooked up, that's pretty cool. All of that stuff is going to be available to you right here. Okay? So what we're going to do, since we're just trying to hurry up and get you started and get you going, we're going to go ahead and go back to content. We're going to hit drums and we're going to look for some drums. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it down because it's going to audition the drums as you go through them. And all I'm doing is turning my little jog wheel here. Right? Now, if you want to stop that audition, all you have to do is hit start 2 times. Let's just say you wanted something particular. So if you want to just find something instead of having to go through that whole process, all you have to do is hit the search here, or you can do it in a different way. You can actually hit the search magnifying glass here, and then it asks you right here, what are you looking for? Are you looking for vocals? You're looking for synth? You're looking for melodic? What are you trying to look for? So what we're going to do is we're going to look for trap. Then we can just go through these. All right, let's go ahead and load that one. The way you load the tracks, you can actually you can hit the load that sits here on the screen itself, or you can just click this button here. Okay, once you click the button in, then the track is loaded. Okay, now all you have to do, you can come out of that by hitting the matrix right over here to your left, and then right now you're like, okay, where is the? I don't see anything. I understand that. Calm down. All right, what we're gonna do is all you have to do is hit the note. Once you hit the note, right? At first you got to make sure we're on the right track. Let's get to track 3. And once you hit that, I mean, I know it's a little light in here. You can't really see the colors per se, but they are there. Now we have our sounds. Let's test them out. All right. Guess what? You just loaded up your first set of sounds, which is awesome. Okay, so now what you need to do is you need to go ahead on and create your first clip, which is your first pattern. Okay, the way you do that, all you have to do is hit the clip button right here. Once you hit that clip button, it's going to ask you, hey, what do you want to do? Well, how many bars you want to go? If you click this button here and just go 4 bars, 2 bars, whatever you want, and you click create, now you're in clip mode. Okay, now we got to figure out what is our tempo. Okay, let me tell you something that somebody showed me, and I think he's called Easy People. I can't even remember his name, but I'll put him in the description down below. He's a great guy. He does a lot of Akai stuff. This guy's pretty good. If you hold down the knob button, right, it's gonna ask you what do you want your knobs to display. I always start with screen. The reason why is because if I go back to matrix, I'm going to have a few things in front of me here. I'm going to have my tempo. I'm going to have my time correct, the time division, 116, 113, whatever, my swing, my volume, pan, and some other things. That's how I always start my beats right off the muscle. Okay, so once you got all that done, now we can go back into the clip because the clip is just sitting here waiting for us to do something. We need to try to figure out what the tempo is. So let's just find us a real quick tempo. Let me see. All right, so I like that. I can tap my tempo in, right? And that's going to give me 200 up here, but I think I'm going to go down here to about let's go somewhere around about 165 or something like that, okay? Now, since I'm ready to do that, all I got to do is push record. All right, we've recorded our first clip. I don't know what this is. Let's go ahead and delete that. That's the audio track. Now, just that easy, we've already recorded our first clip, right? And what's good is we can overdub this at any moment. If you push your clip button, right? Let's go back to this. Hold up. Let's get out of that. Let's go back to our matrix. I want to be on my clip here, but I do not want to record. What I want to do is I want to see my clip, push play, and you can actually see the information here. And don't forget, we are on a touch screen, so if you want to touch it, make it bigger, you can do all that, okay? Now we can go in and put our symbols in. Let's go ahead and record that. We're already rocking and rolling. I got a couple of things in there that I didn't want in there. I could go in there and edit it, but I don't want to confuse you guys and have you moving too fast. But since we already got that in there, we know we're good right there, okay? Let's go ahead and grab us another sound real quick. Let's go ahead and hit that record because we don't want to continue to record. We can turn the record off here at the bottom. We can go back to matrix. Remember, all we have to do is hit the plus button. We can create something else, right? Or let me tell you something that's even cool. We know that on this track right here, we got a couple of sounds. So what I can do here is I can go back here, right? If I hold down the delete button and I hit that track, it will go away. If I hit those first two that we did not want, they will go away as well, okay? But I also can hit copy, hit that first track, hit the second one, and now I have two instances of that same track. Very, very quick. Now, what I could do is just hold down the button, hit delete, and go ahead and delete that track. Create another clip by hitting the clip button. Hit 2 bars. I want it to be 4 bars, and hit create. Okay? I can go back to the matrix if I want, or I could just start recording right here. But I like kind of looking at the matrix. Let's go ahead and push play and see what we got. I kind of like that, okay? So all we got to do is hit record. We already know we need to arm our track. We just armed it right there. Yeah, I'm feeling that. All right, so if we go back to matrix, we can do the same thing we did before, but this time we're going to create a plug-in this time. Go ahead and hit the plug-in. Let me go ahead and stop it. Now, what's really cool about the plug-in, is once you put it in, even if you don't have a keyboard, you can start actually recording right there. But that's not what we're going to do, right? We want to look at the plug-in. We want to see exactly what sounds we're looking at. The way that you get to the plug-in, you know we're on track 3. So all you have to do is hold edit and hit track 3. That's going to bring you directly into the plug-in. This plug-in is hype, but if you want to see more, just click it in. You can go to tube, synth, height, electric, and bassline. Okay, let's go ahead and look at tube synth, just for the heck of it. All right, what I just did was I just highlighted over on the default. I clicked in, and now I'm just going to go look for something like a lead or something that I want. Don't know really what I want, so let's just click on one, and then let's listen to it. And then we can use our wheel, our knob, just to turn and keep going. Let's hear what we got. Let's go through it. Just something, you know, we just gonna add something in there. So I guess since we like that, let's go ahead and push stop. Remember, same thing. We already have it highlighted, as you can see there. All we have to do is hit clip, right? And we want that to be 4 bars. It could be more than 4 bars if you want. It could be 8 bars, whatever you want, right? Now we just need to make sure that that track is armed, right? We know that that track is ready for record. All we got to do is push record. It's a little off a little bit, but that's fine. Now we can go in and hit the mixer. Let's go ahead and hit the mixer and go in here, and we can actually go in and turn some stuff down. You can use a touch screen to do it. And if we wanted to, we can go in the clip and find out where that problem is. And it looks like it's about right there. And we can actually go in and edit that if we wanted to. Or we can actually edit the velocity or anything like that. But really what I want to show you here real quick is that you could get started with the Akai Force very fast, very quick. And if you were thinking about what the launch is, let me show you that real quick. So this is a launch. So I can hit this button, and that will launch all the clips. It didn't launch the last one, but I can launch it by hitting it. Now what's really cool is I can go in and I can copy that whole lane. Let me go on launch. As you can see, I'm in the launch right now. I can hit copy, hit launch, and then copy that down to the next one. And if I want to take that lead out, all I got to do is hit delete and delete that lead and then launch the second line. And I can continue to keep doing this all the way down, adding more sounds, doing more things. Listen, guys, I love the Akai Force, man. I have fell in love with this guy. I really hope that helped you kind of get started. I'm going to do a lot more tutorials on this subject, on this machine. I just wanted to give you a quick start guide. You just bought it. You want to, try to learn how to do some real things real fast. That was my quick tutorial on how to get started in the Akai Force. I really hope you enjoyed that. If you found value in this video, do me a big favor and hit that subscription button, hit that notification bell, so when videos like this come out, you will be the first to be notified. This your boy Marcus Elbow. This has been Elbow Media Studios. I catch y'all in the next video, alright? Alright, man. Peace.